It's time for another sea story with Mr. Durite. Take it away, Mr. Durite. I think they're ready for it.
Welcome back to Sea Stories with Mr. Durite. I am your host, Mr. Durite, and today's show, boot camp head inspection. Dun dun dun. I'm gonna start all my boot camp stories with boot camp. That way you know it's about boot camp. And if you want to hear about a boot camp story, then you know it's a boot camp story before you start watching the boot camp story. Okay? I'm doing this for you, shipmate. This is for you. I got you in mind when I'm doing this. All right? All right? All right? Right. Here's my story of me being in boot camp as a master at arms. And as a master at arms, you're basically in charge of order and get the stuff clean. Imagine that. Cleaning stuff in the Navy. Oh, that's why I don't care what your rate was, what your rate is, or what your rate is going to be. I can guarantee you, you're going to be a janitor. All day long, twice on Sundays. You're going to be scrubbing some floor. You ain't going to have no broom, sorry. So you're going to get those foxtails, yeah. You're going to be sitting up here sweeping up with a foxtail, scrubbing the floor with a sponge, because they ain't got no mop. You know, chasing dust bunnies. I hate a dust bunny. Every time I see a dust bunny, I shoot it. Where's that rascally rabbit? Cow. There, yeah. I hate dust bunnies. I ain't never heard of that until I got into the Navy. But then we had them old ugly, stank-ass, sticky old wool blankets that created dust bunnies. I never understood it. It's like, we're going to have them working all the time. We're going to get our money's worth off of them. Well, how are we going to do that? We don't have that many jobs for everybody to do. Oh, I bought a shit ton of wool blankets. Oh, they'll be working forever. Exactly. I ain't even got to my story yet. Anyway, in boot camp, and you had to keep the head clean at all times. And we were getting an inspection this particular day. So we got the head all clean. We had our tricks, you know. Nobody used bar soap. We had the liquid soap. That way it didn't have all that soap scum. And we had our squeegees, and we had extra towels. We got people to buy to wipe down the showers. And we kept the thing pretty clean. We had us a system, right? And it didn't take us long to clean the head. We could clean the head in like 30, 45 minutes, and it'd be perfectly clean. But that's cleaning all the stuff that I knew of. This particular inspection had a senior chief come in, and well, he's coming in. He came in walking like Mussolini or Napoleon. He had his hands behind his back, looking around, just looking at everything, boy. And I was like, wow, this dude is serious. This might be a tough inspection. So he's looking at everything, boy. I'm surprised he didn't pull out a white glove, because he was running his fingers across stuff, checking for dust and those damn bunnies, and couldn't find nothing. It's like, and you see he's getting frustrated, man. We put it down in up in there, you know what I'm saying? We had it nice. So he's looking around, and he's been doing this for a while, because he had some tricks up his sleeve. He was pulling the ace out of his sleeve on this one. So he goes into the bathroom stall, right? You know how the toilet paper had to be a certain way and folded and stuff, and all of them had to be the same. All the seats had to be the same. Everything had to be, you know, uniform all the way across the board. And we had it. We was ready. And he went in there and he looked, and I'm behind him. I see him look, and he's looking, and you could tell. You know, I know it's in cartoons, but in real life, you could tell when that light bulb goes above somebody's head. You know. And he was looking, and all of a sudden, boom! and I was like, oh, wait a minute, did he find something? I know he didn't find nothing. He said, Master at Arms. And he had a big cheese-eating grin on his face. Master at Arms. He says, what's this? And I'm looking, and I don't see nothing. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. So I'm looking, and I'm like, what's what, Senior Chief? He grabs my head, he pushes up against the wall. He says, look down that wall. I look down the wall, and all you see is pee streaks. And I was like, what the fuck? Those bastards got me again. Oh, man. But you know what? He pulled me off to the side. He says, hey, man, let me tell you something. Y'all did an excellent job. But you know I got to hit you on something. You can't get a perfect. I was going to hit you on something, and I was going to stay here until I found it. I'm glad I found it now and didn't dig up some other secrets that I had. I was like, gosh, I didn't think about that. Who thinks about pea streaks on the side of the wall, especially if you can't see them? I mean, if the walls is painted pea color, how are you supposed to see pea streaks? Right? You remember those boot camp heads, and that shit was like that pukey, yellowish, brownish, pukish color. You know, the pink is, I mean, if I wouldn't have looked straight down that wall, I would have never seen them streaks. And, oh, man, I'll never forget that. And I look for that to this day. Even in my own bathroom, I'll be looking up. And I think about that senior chief every time. I don't remember his name, man. Name, get out of here. I knew he was a senior chief. I knew he was black. I knew he pushed my head up against the wall. And he taught me a valuable lesson that day, man. Attention to detail. And that's for real. Attention to detail on everything. That video I put out the other day talking about way too much water to drink. And I missed that extra O in 2. And you know what? I have no excuse for that. It doesn't matter what was going on in my life. It doesn't matter what kind of time crunch I'm in or anything else. Man, if you're going to put something out, put the best product that you can put out. You know, for anything and everything. And that's my fault. I can't sit up here and make excuses. I can't sit up here and blame it on anybody else. It was all me. And it's something that simple, because you can say, well, you know, you've got big deal. But it is a big deal, because if you can't do the small things, how can you expect to do the big things? You know, if you're making mistakes on small stuff, then you know you finna jack up the big stuff. I'm just going to strive to do better. And that's what that dude taught me that day. I'm still learning that lesson. I'm doing better, but hey, I'm still making mistakes and I got to get better. Anyway. That's my story, short and sweet, you know, keep it short this week. I don't know, I keep saying that. Why am I keeping it short? That's my story for this week. I appreciate y'all coming in, watching, enjoying the show, letting me know what y'all think. I love it. I like the fact that we all can enjoy this together, because we cool like that. Ain't nobody else like us. Ain't nobody else like us. Ain't nobody else like us. That's right. Ain't nobody else like us. We the cream of the la creme. We rise to the top, baby. We are the greatest of all time. Believe that. I believe that in you. Believe that in me. Let's go somewhere with this. This is Sea Stories with Mr. Durite. I am your host, Mr. Durite, and I am out of here. Peace. All right. Yep. Say, Mr. Durite at y'all one more again. Tell your friends that this party here will never end. On a late night country-fied Saturday night, we riding tight. Spinners dog are shining bright. We rolling up the club about 10:30. Want to see how many skins of fool like me can get in? Let's see. 1, 2, 3 in the place to be. Yes, ma'am, girl. You can come home with me. I always like that rhyme. I just, because I say Mr. Durite in it. Everything else is bullshit. Anyway. Boot camp. Head inspection. Boot camp. Head inspection. I can't say that shit.